Nothing.
It's not a tumor. She's getting worse too fast. She can't stand up.
No toxins, no medications?
Nothing that would explain these symptoms.
Family history of neurological problems?
Not that I could tell from her underwear drawer.
You said nothing that would explain these symptoms. What did you find that doesn't explain these symptoms?
Dr. Wilson convinced you to treat this patient under false pretenses. Adler's not his cousin.
That's ridiculous. You can ask her yourself. Can we get back?
She's not Jewish.
Rachel Adler's not Jewish.
I had ham at her apartment.
Dr. Foreman, a lot of Jews have non-Jewish relatives, and most of us don't keep kosher. I can see getting through high school without learning a thing about Jews, but medical school?
Okay. Maybe she's Jewish, but she's definitely not your cousin.
Really? This guy's...
You don't even know her name. You called her Rachel. Her name is Rebecca.
Yes, her name is Rebecca. I call her Rachel.
You idiot! Listen, he's not you. Him. You said you didn't find anything.
Everything I found was in
You
my...
found ham.
So?
Where there's ham, there's pork. Where there's pork, there's neurosis to cirrhosis.
Tapeworm? You think she's got a worm in her brain?
It fits. Could have been living there for years. Never occurred to me
Millions
because...
of people eat ham every day. It's quite a leap to think that she's got a tapeworm.
Okay, Mr. Neurologist. What happens when you give steroids to a person who has a tapeworm?
They get a little better and then they get worse.
Just like Rebecca Adler did.
In a typical case, you don't cook pork well enough, you digest live tapeworm larvae. They got these little hooks, they grab onto your bowel, they live, they grow up, they reproduce.
Reproduce? There's only one lesion and it's nowhere near her bowel.
That's because this is not a typical case. Tapeworm can produce 20 to 30,000 eggs a day. Guess where they go?
Out.
Not all of them. Unlike the larvae, the egg can pass right through the walls of the intestines into the bloodstream. And where does the bloodstream go?
Everywhere.
As long as it's healthy, the immune system doesn't even know it's there. The worm builds a wall, uses secretions to shut down the body's immune response and control fluid flow. It's really very beautiful.
As long as it's healthy. So what do? Call a vet, nurse the little guy back to health?
It's too late for that. It's dying. And as it dies, this parasite loses the ability to control the host's defenses. The immune system wakes up and attacks the worm, and everything starts to swell, and that is very bad for the brain.
There could still be 100 other things. The eosinophil count was normal.
It's only abnormal in 30% of cases.
Proving nothing.
Oh, no. You see, it fits. It's perfect. It explains everything.
But it proves nothing.
I can prove it by treating.
No, you can't. I was just with her. She doesn't want any more treatments. She doesn't want any more experiments. She wants to go home and die.
Would you excuse us, please? I'm Dr. House.
It's good to meet you.
You're being an idiot. You have a tapeworm in your brain. It's not pleasant, but if we don't do anything, you'll be dead by the weekend.
Have you actually seen the worm?
When you're all better, I'll show you my diplomas.
You were sure I had vasculitis, too. Now I can't walk and I'm wearing a diaper. What's this treatment gonna do for me?
I'm not talking about a treatment, I'm talking about a cure. But because I might be wrong, you want to die.
What made you a cripple?
I had an infarction.
A heart attack?
It's what happens when the blood flow is obstructed. If it's in the heart, it's a heart attack. If it's in the lungs, it's a pulmonary embolism. If it's in the brain, it's a stroke. I had it in my thigh muscles.
Wasn't there something they could do?
There's plenty they could do. They made the right diagnosis. But the only symptom was pain. Not many people get to experience muscle death.
Did you think you were dying?
I hoped I was dying.
So you hide in your office, refuse to see patients because you don't like the way people look at you. You feel cheated by life, so now you're gonna get even with the world. You want me to fight this. Why? What makes you think I'm so much better than you?
When you're scared, you'll turn into me.
I just want to die with a little dignity.
There's no such thing. Our bodies break down, sometimes when we're 90, sometimes before we're even born, but it always happens and there's never any dignity in it. I don't care if you can walk, see, wipe your own ass. It's always ugly, always. You can live with dignity, we can't die with it. No treatment.
Maybe we can get a court order, override her wishes, claim she doesn't have the capacity to make this decision.
But she does.
But we could claim that the illness made her mentally incompetent, right?
Pretty common result.
That didn't happen here.
He's not going to do it. She's not just a file to him anymore. He respects her.
Is it because you respect her you're going to let her die?
I solved the case. My work is done. Patients always want proof. We're not making cars here. We don't give guarantees.
I think we can prove it's a worm. It's non-invasive. It's safe. I'm not completely sure, but I thought I'd...
What's the damn idea?
Have you ever seen a worm under an X-ray? A regular old, no contrast, 100-year-old technology X-ray. They light up like shotgun pellets, just like on a contrast MRI.
Which is the same thing as a CT scan, which we did, which proved nothing.
Worm cyst is the same density as the cerebrospinal fluid. We're not going to see anything in her head. But Chase is right. He's right. We should X-ray her, but we don't X-ray her brain. We X-ray her leg. Worms love thigh muscle. She's got one in her head. I guarantee you there's one in her leg.
Oh, still, Rebecca.
This here is a worm larva.
So if it's in my leg, it's in my brain?
Are you looking for a guarantee? It's there. Probably been there 6 to 10 years.
Do I have more?
Probably. It's good news.
What do we do now?
Now we get you better. Albendazole.
2 pills.
Yeah. Every day for at least a month with a meal.
2 pills?
Yeah. Possible side effects include abdominal pain, nausea, headaches, dizziness, fever, and hair loss. We'll probably make you keep taking the pills even if you get every one of those. Feeling any better?
I can't complain.
As you know, the hospital has certain rules, and as you also know, we tend to ignore them. But I think this one's going to be a little obvious unless we get your help.
If anyone asks, you have 11 daughters and 5 sons.
Look who's here! It's so good to see you guys. I missed you.
This is for me? It's beautiful.
I love you guys. I wanted to thank Dr. House, but he never visited again.
He cured you. You didn't cure him.
Okay, I want a hug and a kiss from every single one of you. Get up here right now.